Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Panda 3005 or Myles. Last episode, we did the investigation for Chihiro's death. Now we're going into the class trial, so I hope y'all are ready. We're gonna just hop right into it, so let's get it. Class trial, let's go.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Alright. First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. I already know what it is. It's that dumbbell. Genocide Jack, locker room dumbbell. Man, let me go ahead and... Hey, whoa, hey, hold up. Bro, whoa. Yo, how do I switch? I forgot how to switch.
What kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Oh, got it!
No.
Let's go. Wasn't no iron pipe, boy.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
Sure.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
Triple dot.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
So we're going to discuss you.
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Damn, he's getting straight into it. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer? Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Alright. That was just information for me. It was like the... You'll see, it's something about white noise and stuff. Alright.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Hey, so, speaking of Genocide Jack, I don't know who that is!
Okay, the evidence that shows Genocide Jack is related to this case, it has to be... Okay.
The culprit is Genocide Jack.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Motherfucker.
I
I
mean,
did not mean to do
come
that.
on. There's just no proof for it.
Ooh.
No, it's wrong.
Alright. No, that is wrong. Let's go.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth, so let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Bruh, Fumi, shut your horny ass up, bruh.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Yeah, you would know that, wouldn't you, Tagami?
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them?
You brought it up! Why do I have to explain it? The other characteristics of every Genocide Jack case, how the victim was
I
positioned.
got it!
Yep, I remember that.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way.
Yep.
Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
That's gonna come full circle.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
No, she wasn't.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it?
That freaking bootleg ghetto-ass version of Genocide Jack's killing.
There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes.
Yes, in fact, it's
Damn.
Toto.
Hey, I mean, I thought the same thing, but he went, bro. He's not playing no games.
What?
She.
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
He ain't lying, Walrus.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
This is a class trial, bro. Doesn't seem like a riddle in a way. It does seem like a riddle in a way, but I feel like I can just about see it. Genocide Jack is Toko, but isn't Toko. What does it mean? Hangman's Gambit. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You already know I played Hangman. What is that word? Okay. Schizo. Alright. I was like, bro, what is that word? It just started with an H-I.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Yes, Makoto.
Huh?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality, it has to be her behavior. It has to do with her behavior change.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
Yep.
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine. Kee-ha-ha-ha. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Kee-ha-ha-ha-ha. She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world had the front and a back, a top ending and a back, and a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds like a completely different...
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Damn, little sneak this.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
What's poppin'? I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
How, Togami?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
Damn, she said all that?
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
Damn, he's throwing her under the bus. Damn.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
I mean...
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Ooh, damn, she admitting it.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
Yikes.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Bro, she's gonna kill you, Togami. Oh my goodness.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
What's poppin'? I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. See? That right there. That's what kind of gave it away.
Kept my promise. You would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that.
I was about to say, what? Togami wouldn't say that.
But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Ooh.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
Ooh, whoa.
The person?
Oh, bro, wipe your nose in your mouth. That's a little gross.
You don't mean...
No, seriously, like wipe your mouth. Like that junk is nasty. Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the room, but in the next second... Whoa!
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see?
Whoa, bro. Look at her tongue. Oh my god. She like Venom. Golly, what the hell? I mean, I knew it was her, but like... Look at her face going crazy in the corner. I don't know why I'm doing it, but hey, whatever.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Oh, the little Jack and Jill thing. Okay.
What the fuck is this? Toko, what happened to you?
Oh, man.
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
Good God. Bro, her tongue is big as hell. Bro, look at them teeth. Ugh, that one's like a little crooked. I don't know why I'm looking so hard, but that's a little crooked.
She's so intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie.
Bro, I bet she can lick her damn bangs. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I thought of that. It's just, she's like, she can like, yeah, lick her bangs or some shit.
Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
Bro, y'all know that SpongeBob episode where the dude hides the pickles, or he's like, still no pickle. I feel like, I don't know why, but I want to grab her tongue and just like, I don't know, This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds. Just kidding.
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
Bro, she's funny. I like her. Triple dot.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
I figured.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah, I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Triple dot. Maybe she's totally right about that, but there's something still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. Interesting.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, it don't.
What more proof do we need?
No, sir, Togami. No, sir. You was wrong about that.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
No, sir.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurants started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Damn.
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murder. The style of the bloody... No, it's the victim's fatal injury.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, you don't see that one stuck in that dude's head? Looked like a damn
Chihiro
pumpkin.
died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method?
That's what I'm saying.
And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Oh, sorry, I zoned out for a second.
The difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right, the second difference is related to how she was suspended. When she was suspended, what was used to suspend her, how the body was posed, what was used. Because they used rope.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her?
Yep.
They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
Or an extension cord, I'm sorry.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases...
Son of a mother.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
I'm sorry I clicked that.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement.
Damn, you gonna bite your damn thumb off. What the hell?
Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's
Big
wrong.
Mac.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
I'm weak.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it. I think I can figure it out. Because Chihiro was a lover, Chihiro was a friend. It's probably because she's a girl.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
I didn't notice that, but that looked like the best answer. You guys know I can't say that. Ken, Harada, Honda, Gaku, Issei, Yashida, Taru, Gondo, Nashie, Masamu, Yumasjimi.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
She is so dumb, bro.
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of a one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lolly cur!
Damn.
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That is another big thing that I thought of too. I was like, why would she, if she murdered, if Genocide Jack or Jill murdered, why would they bother putting all that message and stuff like that? That makes no sense.
That does make some amount of sense.
Well, what she said, not like, you know what I mean.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors.
Oh, that is right. She ain't got no scissors either.
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's possible, but like I said, the whole thing, even if she doesn't have no scissors, like, even if she has no scissors, she still couldn't have committed this murder because it would have, like, pinned it against her. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Any scissors? Don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, hell. She found some? Oh, damn, bitch. Bitch is Wolverine.
She's fully equipped. That's right, so I can kill anywhere, anytime.
Damn.
Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you? Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
I'm holding back my urge to say anything about Taco.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. And boy, oh boy, I got you. Where you at? You... Tagami pad.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records.
Yes, sir.
Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Alright, triple dot.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Yes, sir, Hifumi. Triple dot. Look at him, he's all quiet.
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Look at me, big brain.
So,
Big brain.
rearrange the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Look at her face. Oh, man.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
Yes, sir.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
And the locker rooms. They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed, when you agree. Huh? Suspicious? Seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room. I remember saying something about that. That was like weird.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that.
No. There's something strange.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Oh, Makoto knows too.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
Will Tagami. There was a clear contradiction in what Tagami just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added to the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, why not? A lot of stuff with these bullets and stuff, so I hope I remember it. Monochroma file 2. Alright, okay. Whew. Okay, so they're giving me an example.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Ugh, shut your horny ass up. God, bro, I cannot. Hearing Tagami's comment about Chihiro being a girl, I realized there's a clear contradiction there. I need to make the contradiction clear.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we
Okay,
found the body.
so I was supposed to suck
But
that
he
up.
was acting weird... how?
If you're presented
Oh, wait.
with the opportunity to check out the...
That's a natural... The victim was Chihiro,
Oh.
who was a girl.
No, that's wrong.
No, that is wrong. Togami? Look at
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Bitch, you weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What do you mean? This would be Tagami's attitude. It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to
No, keep pushing him, Makoto.
There is. I think.
Stop sweating.
There is more to it. Think about
Okay.
it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Yes, sir. Triple dot. The differences between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Tagami is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? Oh lord. What are we going into? Do I have to use that suck up thing again? Oh no. I guarantee it's the library death sign.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my
Oh,
life.
wait.
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
How do you slow down?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Mother, I swear to God.
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere. Never seen that rope before in my life.
Thank you. Oh my God, bro. Dang, I should have been had that.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
Triple dot.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about
Yes, that is exactly what I think happened. Triple Dot. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya is the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Triple Dot.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second?
Wow.
I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Togami's remarks just now. There was something there that... Oh, I didn't hear. Oh, God. Oh my God. Oh my, I should have listened. I wasn't listening, okay? Scene of the crime. Oh my God.
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
Mm-hmm.
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Togami, where'd you kill her at?
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
You could find her dead, but she could have been killed somewhere else.
How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later,
Right.
along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific.
Look
Please
at
tell me you have a
Oh,
reason
look
for
at
saying
his
all
face. Oh, bro. Oh, we got him.
I believe I do.
Hey, Togami, did I just take you off guard? Look at him. He's shivering in his freaking boots. When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Togami, who had been so confident up until now, maybe Togami never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. I need to just focus on those things that got switched. Oh, yeah. Things that got switched. I remember the posters. The posters got switched.
I got it!
Yes, sir.
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
Right.
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
That's what I said in front of me.
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. The hell am I supposed to present? This?
I got it!
Okay.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the bloodstained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
That's right, okay. I'm trying to think of a way.
She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
Ooh.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you.
Let me think on it. I'm trying to think. Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Maybe. Would Chihiro have tried to kill somebody? Kind of like what Sayaka tried to do? Could she have tried to kill somebody and it backfired on her?
Is it really possible?
Might be.
Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Oh, you can't,
She was the ultimate programmer.
you can't hack it. That's what
I'm sure there would have been no
said.
problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What then?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
I got it!
No, it's wrong.
Let's go! Nice.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's
I damn sure was gonna click. Ew, I was gonna shoot at something else at the very beginning.
Why not?
Why not?
because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
Oh, yeah, that is right. It was broken.
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
I'm so confused.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
I am so confused.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst. You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts glaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Triple dot. Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Togami's the one who really did it? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
How's the other way?
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
I am just as lost as you guys are. It must be...
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more
Maybe she
exciting?
hacked. Maybe she did hack it. Like he said that she couldn't hack it. Maybe she did hack it.
All right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Kyoko knows something. So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... Damn. Alright.
The girls' locker room?
You've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want me to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Okay.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
No, wait, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait!
He said, no, wait, no, wait, no, wait.
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm freaked out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Yeah, I got you.
Very well. I'll do it.
I bet your big ass will do it very well.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys.
You see, the other boys acting like bitches, so you might as well just let her do it. Hell.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her.
Exactly.
So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Genocide Jack is so funny, bro.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Oh, man. Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Okay.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What the fuck? Sakura, what? Why are you yelling?
What is it? Not possible. It's not possible.
What happened? Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Huh? Are you kidding? So, no way. Bro, you telling me this is a f***ing boy? There's no way, bro. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Cause, bro, oh my god. You know how many times I complimented her? For him? Bro, why is she blushing, bro? I thought that was a damn girl, bro. Man, I am... Damn! Why do animes do that, bro? Animes always doing that, bro. Animes always do that. Like, they always make these, like, girlish ass, like, characters and then make them boys. Like, that's some bullshit, bro. You know what? We're just gonna continue.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What? You're joking, right?
I hope she's joking.
I wouldn't joke about
Oh
this.
no. It's a dude.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off
You
the
should
bat.
have said something then, Monokuma.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a
That sounds like a girl's name.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh no, I'm really on fire!
Dude, ain't
I
he,
wish I had killed him!
ain't he like 4'10", like 80 pounds? Why is he so small? And he looks like a girl.
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
That is, I guess that's what she meant by search his body. Alright, that's...
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
Okay.
Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial.
Chihiro is a boy. I'll be down.
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
Why would he hide that fact? To think that Chihiro was actually a guy, the thought had never crossed my... It didn't cross my mind. I thought she was a girl.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be
Togami, he's still the one who killed her. I don't give a fuck.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
Super pause on this question. I bet my dude was hung though. No cap.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
What you do? Feel his dick?
This is the most titillating situation!
Ain't no tits. And pecs.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I
Don't tell me.
think he might not actually be the killer after all.
Are you kidding me? Dude! I am 0 for 2 right now. I can't... What?
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it?
I don't even know what that word means.
He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it.
Togami, what did you gain from this?
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a
Can we
guy.
please stop talking about that?
If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
I cannot believe this.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
That's what I'm saying.
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important.
Togami messing with a dead body, that's kind of up.
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
You was my #1 suspect, so I don't know now.
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
Yasuhiro, we have just made it clear that Togami is not the fucking killer. If you don't pay attention with your dread-headed ass Cheeto Puff wearing mother.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Togami didn't do it, who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? I don't know. There's one thing that can be sure that we know about the killer. Well, it's a guy. Yeah, so it's gotta be a guy then. Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. If, in other words, it had to have been a guy. My question is, why didn't Monokuma said if you are to go into the other locker room, you're to get shot by that gun. So why didn't they shoot whoever whenever the body got moved? Like, why didn't that happen? Like, I don't know. But that's still not enough. I need to find more clues. I don't know. I feel like if the killer's a dude, why did the body get moved into the girls' locker room and the dude did not get, like?
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Oh!
Even that might be enough.
Celeste saw it.
All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over.
All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over.
I swear to God, I forgot how to slow it down.
All we need right now is any kind
Oh
of
my
new
God.
It's over. It's all over.
You want to know who saw the killer?
Oh my
It's not like it game over, man.
All we need right now is any kind of new info.
And it wasn't even right.
And only the killer.
It was that.
Milton's wrong.
You gotta be kidding me, dude.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows.
Makoto!
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Just it.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag. But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
What might that be? Well, I better get going. Well, he's a dude now. Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much, enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous
Who did he hang out
friendship.
with? He hung out with boys.
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
He only hung out with boys.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold the clue about the killer? Somehow it's really hard to believe. Alright. Disappearing stain, Celeste account. Okay. Nothing. Huh?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Okay.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
Leon, or not Leon, Mondo.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even...
I sure enough did.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was on his way to... So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! It matched the one the culprit was...
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as...
Oh my god, Mondo, what the hell did you get
Hold
into?
on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What
I would not have guessed it was Mondo.
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Oh my.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
Oh, you got caught slipping.
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Oh, Mondo.
Before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
Mondo got caught slipping once. Okay, so what?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit
Because this
was?
motherfucker killed her, bro.
Well, because I just...
Oh, Mondo.
I'm sure you saw the clothes at some point in the
Taka, shut your
investigation.
bitch ass up. Oh, I couldn't hold it
Can't
in.
be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only
Cherry?
possibility. Cherry?
Oh.
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Oh, man.
It would appear you've dug your own
He
grave.
sure did.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put
Oh,
them on edge.
man. You smart.
That's right.
Kyoto is
However,
smart.
Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
I didn't.
What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he talked, the way he was acting, just the way he was acting. Triple dot, alright.
There was a certain turning point that tipped. Maybe you didn't notice it. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Did you notice such a
I'm sorry I clicked through some of those. I thought that I had got it wrong.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
Bro, you're like 6 foot something. Dude, why? Why would you kill somebody that small?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth.
Shut up with that ugly ass belt you got on.
What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false
Taka, shut the
accusation.
up.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Triple dot.
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
If you don't stop eating your hand and fucking tell us what the hell you know.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
Saying.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to Chihiro.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
It's a long ass class trial. How did the handbook break? Oh, by hitting its weak point. Said it had a weak
You already
point.
told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't
Yes, sir.
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking
Yes,
me?
bitch.
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not
Shut
good.
the fuck up and just tell us, Monokuma.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own
I'm
handbook?
saying.
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Sounds like normal though. That's like any computer. And
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200
Mondo
degrees.
and Taco were
Strange
in
how
the
you don't
sauna,
get
bruh.
burned, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin,
That's
you'd
crazy.
definitely get fried.
That's crazy.
That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact
Shut
today.
the hell up, Taco.
That is a mere trifling speck of
You
knowledge.
shut the hell up too for me.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
Yep.
What do you mean by
Mondo had
accident?
all his damn clothes on.
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
Hey, hold up.
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Taka, you already know who might have brought their handbook into the sauna. Hey, I'm sorry, Tagami. I thought it was you, but it isn't. So, you know, we ain't gonna smoke your pack. But, your boy right here... we smoking Mondo pack.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing
Taka, shut
him?
the freak up.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago.
Yep.
Remember?
I remember.
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill.
Why is that?
I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
We have all the proof, Taka. I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Taka, you shouldn't know. Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
All of them.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Damn it.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after
No.
all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
He sent me across the room in the beginning. What do you mean?
My goddamn handbook works just fine.
Let's go. Let's go. I messed up the first time, but hey, we got it.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
Exactly what the fuck it means, Mondo. Show us your damn handbook.
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking
Taka,
about?
you shut the fuck up.
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually
Oh, I'm gonna have so much bleeping out to do.
I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's.
Yeah.
Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
That's...
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Ah, damn. Okay, this is actually a little bit harder than before. I am not too confident in this at all, so we're just...
Here's exactly what happened! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Okay, I got the first one right.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Damn. We're just gonna put this here. We're gonna put this here and just hopefully it works.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was
We already know that. Okay, at least I got that right.
Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
I knew that. I knew that wasn't it. Oh my god. Is that it?
The killer is
it that?
you. Once inside, he met with someone there.
Okay.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
How? How? I don't know. This taking so long.
And attacked him.
Okay,
And
I got
that's
that.
where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try
I'll be damned, I got it right.
Then,
Fuck,
removing the
I got
blood
so happy I
poster,
clicked the X button. Oh, okay. Well, I lost. Right. Bro, I gotta start this all over? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh, I got that right.
and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
I got that right.
And that's exactly how the killer did it.
Did not think I could.
With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Okay.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime.
I'm sorry if I seem so out of it. I've been doing this for about like 30 minutes and it took me forever to do this.
He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. You!
Thank you.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, there, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget.
Let's freaking go, bro.
Somehow, The killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
This
Isn't that right, Mondo?
damn, Mondo. But bro, I'm gonna cut this part up. But this literally says right here, it says 24 minutes that it took me to do this. I'm cutting that up. There ain't no way.
Wait. No. This can't be right. Here's your evidence. Yeah. Where's
You
your
just
evidence?
showed evidence, Taka. Dang.
You need evidence. You need proof.
We already have proof.
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on
Shut
him.
up. Evidence that Mondo is the killer. They already revealed itself earlier in the trial. All I have to do is check that one item of his and everything will become clear. A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, I'll read it. We're going into the battle. Alright, shake off that. Okay.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. You're corrupt. I refuse to vote. I refute you. False. You're corrupt. Show me some evidence. I won't listen.
Thank you.
Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
Taka.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with
Yep.
new ones. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Whoa.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Oh, Mondo. Oh, and it ends like that? Oh, I know I failed this. A, B. I got an A. I don't know how. I have no clue how. It took me so long to do that last one. So long.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Wait! Hold
Taka
on!
shut the hell up.
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
And it is Mondo! Oh man, I wonder what his execution is gonna be. So Leon's was baseball, so his is probably gonna have to do with gang, like his biker gang or something. Uh-oh, this time it looks like you've got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Wada! Triple dot. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong one. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimura. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it? Triple dot.
Now Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf. The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the circle button to fast forward the text. No, I want to hear it. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep within him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely emptied. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Oh man. Once the killing game had begun at the school, he had no choice but to accept the fact. After this, after all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy. And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrusted into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't really want to talk about it right now. But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later? After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay, I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. You know what, that's a good resolve. And so, that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to restrain his mind and body. Retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it. When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then asked him to help him from there. And that person he went to,
yeah, that's right,
was me. Yup, sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully cleared about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Triple dot. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become stronger. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did to keep that promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room? Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done? That could have been part of it, but I don't think that was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret? Because if everyone knew he had been killed in the boys' locker room, and everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? And Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Triple dot. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Triple dot. Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew
So
it.
that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know?
Hey!
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Damn. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo even got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he would imitate him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang for his older brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Dang! Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I'm gonna come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandonment, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, wow. Laying in his brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad kid, I fucked up. I'm sorry. course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Cause it's the team. You and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so badly, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I'm
strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Sorry. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like this before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, you kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would... You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. Oh... I felt like he was exposing the lie I've been living myself. I had to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it couldn't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us. Triple dot.
You piece of...
So what? You saying I should just say it?
What?
You saying if I really am, I should be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. Wow. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me?
What?
I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No.
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creep. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back and let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? You're trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted
No,
to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah,
That's right. I am strong. I'm strong. Strong, 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 strong. Stronger than you.
You son
I'm
of a
stronger than
bitch.
Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring at him down on the ground. Hey! Triple dot.
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness that lived in his heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him. You see, you're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory, for that he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead and say it again. I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it again. I'll say it many times. I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because the time for punishment is fast approaching. Punishing. You mean the execution? That's what I promised, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment for Mondo Awada, the ultimate biker gang leader. Oh, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
I said wait. Triple dot.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
It's deep. We smoking that Mondo pack. I don't care. What is his execution gonna be? Okay. I know Monokuma do not got Mondo's hair. That is disrespectful. The Cage of Death? What is he about to do? Oh my god. Oh, that is terrible. That would suck. Oh my god. He's gonna explode. Where'd he go? Did he turn into nothing? Bro, he's gone. Where the hell did he go? I know this motherfucker did not turn him into butter. And he's going... This dude, Monokuma, is so... Monokuma did not just use the butter of Mondo to eat his pancakes. Monokuma is so damn disrespectful. God. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Togami? You're completely insane, you know that? The game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that
however,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. You are psycho. You are psycho, dude. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. But I still like you. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing
Well,
to
I
be
don't
done.
particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he had gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him. So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would it have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. Thought I would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up? So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that. Did you create a fake murder scene? But damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. We would have all died because you wanted to make things interesting. Weird ass. Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Well, at that point, people would have believed. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze. At that point, people would have already been talking about this one narrative of the story, and then you're gonna come out and say, "Oh, Mondo actually did it." Like nobody's gonna believe that. So Gami turned and looked me in the eyes. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. You want to fight, bro? I'll you up. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. Oh, Togami! We can settle this right now, my guy. What?
correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey,
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next.
you.
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Oh wait, I'll see it. Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair is not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What does that mean? 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 Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. Ah, the noble son of the noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut the hell up. I would never stoop to the level of a childless criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next, bitch. I'm going to find you, and I'm going to kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all
Oh,
riled
ooh,
up.
so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mom for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper sounds like someone needs a nap. Ooh. Jeez, bro. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot.
I like your cut, G.
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie.
Hold up.
Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
Triple dot. There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who isn't? 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Triple dot. Whoa, man. Whoa. Chapter 2, Boy's Life of Despair. Oh, they're nutting on my screen once again. Damn. There's only 10 students left? Dang. To be continued. Ooh, boy. Crazy diamond jacket. Man, I'll wipe my ass with his jacket. You want to save this? Yeah. Alright guys, in the next episode, we will continue off from there. That trial was long, and I'm very surprised. I didn't think Mondo would be the killer. I thought that Togami was. It's honestly kind of messed up what he did to Chihiro's body. I think that was just kind of cruel. But, I mean, yeah, I figured the Toko thing happened. I did not know Chihiro was a boy. Didn't know he was a boy. So, yeah, that stuff happened in the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope, I hope it was entertaining. But yeah, this is Panda Bear 3005 and peace.